With crossed fingers, let's wait for the output to show up. Come on. Yes. Okay, so we got the flag. I want the information to just come fast. And we already see that we have port 22 and port 8080 enabled in this system. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pranava, and in today's video we'll be solving a room of TryHackMe called as the sticker shop. As you can see on my screen, it's a pretty easy challenge that we have got up for today, and the good news is I've already powered up the virtual machine, so we can just dive into the video without wasting anyone's time here. So the challenge is pretty much simple. It says your local sticker shop has finally developed its own, let's just zoom in that page, its own web page. They do not have too much experience regarding the web development. So they decided to develop and host everything on the same computer that they use for browsing the internet and looking at customer feedback. Smart move. Can you read the flag at this IP address, then flag.txt? Okay, so let's just dive in. Okay, now what I will do is the first step, as any penetration testing or any of the CTF flag that you will be trying to solve, is to look at what are all the open ports that we have. And as you can see in my other terminal here, I have established a connection to their open VPN network. Let's keep that aside. Let's minimize this and go back to this main fresh terminal that we have. So the first step is always to perform a nmap scan, which I will do in a second. But first, let's go to a directory of TryHackMe. Then I'll create a directory called as the sticker shop. That's what is the name. Yes, the underscore sticker underscore shop, and then go into that directory. I'll create another directory called as mkdir nmap, and then I'm going to perform all the nmap scans and put in all the data related to the nmap scan into this folder. So what I will do is I'll run the command sudo. Let's clear our window and zoom in a little bit. So sudo nmap and then -sc, which is going to be running the default script scan, and then -sv to just look at the versions of services whatever they're running. Then I will just paste in the IP address. For that, let's just copy it from here and then paste it here. Once I paste that in, I also want to look at the verbose output and make sure that the scan that I'm doing is really fast by specifying T5. I don't care if there's a lot of noise in the network, but I want the information to just come fast. And then I will save all the output into the directory called as nmap, which is called as the sticker shop dot nmap, and then press enter. So that will start to perform an nmap scan against our target. And we already see that we have port 22 and port 8080 enabled in this system, which seems like we have for SSH, and port 8080, which is one which is other than port 80, it's used for web application or hosting something related to that. So what we'll do is let's set up a domain to this address. Okay, instead of pasting in the IP address, which is also okay. I mean, which is not a big issue, but just let's set up an IP domain name to it. So I will edit my etc host file. So sudo nano etc host, and then down here I will paste in the IP address and then give a domain name called as the sticker shop.thm. Press X, Y, and enter. Then looking at the configuration, we can just do that. etc, then hosts, and then pressing enter, we see it to be properly configured. And then let's copy this. Let's open another window. Not this, not the print option, sorry. So Control N, and then paste this domain here. So HTTP, and then paste that in. It says unable to connect. Let's just do some troubleshooting. I copy the exact same thing. Let's what's wrong? The IP address seems to be right. That should have worked. For some reason it's not. Let's try that once again. So HTTP, and then specifying this. No. Okay, so I guess it's our unfortunate luck that we can't use a domain name to it. Let's just copy the IP address itself. And I can also see in my other side of the terminal that we have got the result for the port 22 and port 8080, which is open in the system. So it does also run some default scripting to just see what and all can be the potential vulnerabilities that can be found in this application. So we see some stuff related there, and it has also done some banner gripping or trying to get the request or fingerprints of the web application and showcase some of the part of the code of it. Okay, which what we'll do is we'll just paste in the IP address. And oh no, because we are running on port 80, right? That could also be the reason. I'm sorry. So let's shift this. Let's modify the same domain name and put in port 8080. Okay, so yeah, that was my mistake, genuine mistake from my side. So we get a web page here, which is it says welcome to the cat sticker shop, and then we have a cute cat and another cute cat. I guess this is more cute for me. uh, it says cat sticker 1 and cat sticker 2 for $3 and $4. We only sell stickers at our physical store. Please feel free to stop by. Yeah, sure. So whenever you go by, you can ask for a sticker. Now, looking at the source code, we don't see anything much revealing or anything like that in this page. The other thing that I see is another link called as feedback, which I'll open in a new page. So this is the page where I can say I want a sticker, and then just say submit. Then it says thank you for your feedback. It will be evaluated shortly by our staff. Okay, so which means that there's someone in the backend who is looking at all the requests or feedback from the system, and then they are which is generated by the system or the user, and then they are going through it. Now, that's one thing. So what I initially did was to look at the source code again to see here, because there could be a chances of an cross-site scripting here, a blind cross-site scripting, because nothing is shown in our page here. But then I also did some fuzzing against the web browser, I mean the website, to different files and folders, found nothing. So the ultimate result that which resorted me with luck was this input box itself. So now, since it's taking our inputs from the user, and probably it's not even sanitizing it, because if I give some special characters like these and all these things, it's still accepting it to the system. And we're getting say the same output telling thanks for the feedback. It will be evaluated shortly by our staff. Now, what we can do because of this is that we can try some cross-site scripting exploits against this page. So what I will do is the first thing is to set up a listener to just see if that works or not. So I'll do nc-lvnp and then on port 80. Now to just check if that by inputting any of such what payload into the system, and how is the behavior of it. What if I tell it to ping back to my system or come back to my system, what is going to happen? So I just want to look into that process. So for that reason, I will set up a listener on port 80 from my local system here, which is the attacker's box, and press enter. And then here I will specify a payload, which is a single quote, a double quote, and then a bracket. I'll close the bracket. Then what I will do is I will start a script command, or what do I call script tag, script script, and then let me also close it now itself. So script. Now what I will do is I will tell the script to basically src is equal to http and then to my IP address, which is nothing but trying to access my web application, which is hosted on this IP address. So this port 80 is listening there. It's not just going to host any web application. I want to see if there is anyone trying to access it as a web application. So I'm just going to do that, which is going to be specifying my IP address here. So which is 10.17.0.245, and press on submit. So that has gone, and let's wait for a second to look at any output which we might get on our terminal once the user opens it or clicks on the URL or whatever we have sent, whatever pop-up comes on to them. So let's wait for a second, which should by now give us the output. Okay, it's still not giving any output. I guess there was some error in my payload. Let's enter the payload once again. So a single quote, a double quote, and then closing the bracket of the script. So I mean that whatever content was there, and then I'll start a new script payload. Let's do that script and close script. If there was any spelling error or something, that would still give us an error which would not give us the result. So src is equal to http and then specify my IP address, which is 10.17.0.245. So that should do it, I guess, now at least. So let's copy this just in case if I have to rewrite it. So click on submit and then wait for the request. Yeah, now we got our request. So here we can see that it is trying to, the attack box or the victim's box is trying to connect back to the attacker's box, which is my IP address here, and this is my target's IP address. So it's a confirmation that we have got across that scripting. So what we'll do is let's kill this session of the netcat and then start another one. Now this time I will enter a little different payload, which I have already written that during my first exploitation of this. So I will copy the same thing and then I will bring it here. Let's open a notepad or something or a mouse pad so that you all can look at the code. So this is the code. So yeah, you can just take a screenshot or something. So what this is doing, let me just explain what this is doing is that we have a script operator, which is the same command which I used for showcasing cross-site scripting. And then it's going to say fetch HTTP and from the local host to port 8080 and flag.txt. So which is nothing but the information which is given in TryHackMe's page here. So they have told, can you read the flag of this? So I can even do the same thing, or I can even tell it to access it from a local host point of view, because it's the same thing. Now, locally, if someone is clicking, because they've also said that and host everything on the same computer that they use for browsing the internet and looking for customer feedback. So which means someone locally is trying to click on it. So for local host and this IP address is the same thing. So that is going to go there and it's going to fetch the contents of the flag.txt. Then it's going to say then.response is going to be passed to the response text. It's going to convert that into text format. Then it's going to fetch or convert our output of the response, what we get from the flag.txt, to this IP address. It's going to just pass it there. It's going to send it there with a URL encoded, and then it's going to pass the data. Okay, that's what is happening here. Now what we'll do is let's copy this thing, then let's come back to this page, paste this entire thing, and then click on submit. Before that, let's see if our listener is up. I got the same output from there. Okay, let's change the port number because I don't want them to be trying to connect back to me. So let's add that port number saying port 8080 because it's the one free in my system. So yeah, I've set my listener up here and then the payload is ready. Let's click on submit and waiting for a second for it to load. We should get the flag. Let's wait. I hope the IP address and all those information is right. So 10.17.0.245. I've changed the port number to port 8080. So that should not be an issue. Should have got it by now. No. Okay, so let's kill that and put it to 80 itself. And then let's copy this, paste it back here. What about I got it in the first place, maybe because it was localhost, not the IP address. Let's change that also. So 127.0.0.1. Maybe they have specified it to be locally because of that exact reason itself. I don't know. So yeah, there is no request coming up. So let's click on submit. And then with crossed fingers, let's wait for the output to show up. Come on. Yes. Okay. So we got the flag. So with the flag here, what we'll do is let's copy this, because this is in the URL encoded format. That's how it was being passed from the site. What we'll do is let's open up a tool called as CyberChef. Yes, CyberChef is here. So I'm loading that tool, and now what we'll do is let's URL decode this data. So paste that thing which I copied and say URL decode. Yeah, then drag this and drop it to the recipe that should decode the flag for us. And that simple was it to compromise this sticker shop for us. Initially, yeah, I took some 30 minutes or something figuring out what and all I could do, but then once I got the magic bullet, it was just a cakewalk for us to finish. Okay, hope you did enjoy this very quick and short video of exploiting the sticker shop. I just want to showcase it because even my YouTube statistic was going down with viewers, so I thought, why not, let's put some content. Anyway, I'm free for some time, so I just recorded this video. Okay then, hope you did enjoy, hope you did like this video. Click on that like button if you did, and if you're new to this channel, hit on that subscribe button and hit on that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video. With that, I would just like to end the video. Till then, stay happy, stay smiling. Bye bye.